Beerreviews.com. We're off location, but that doesn't mean we can't do a good beer review. And tonight, one of my favorite beers of all time. In fact, it was our 2015 #1 beer that we reviewed, the Stone Enjoy By. This is obviously in the 12-ounce bottle, which is started new last year. Before that, they only came in the big 22-ounce bomber bottles. We have one of those in the refrigerator at home, so quite honestly, what I will probably do, because this is not very good lighting, do another review with the bomber bottle. But 420, 16, 420, they did this last year. These beers, I think, really prompted a really cool, just experience with craft beer, because Enjoy By clearly is one of those that is sought after because there's no preservatives. You need to enjoy it by this date, and they've done a really good job marketing, and they distribute it across the country. Limited supplies across different parts of the country, but as they describe for this one, it's a liquid patchwork of more than a dozen hops, and they don't tell you what the hops are, which I think is smart. Devastatingly fresh double IPA. Freshness is the key to the component of these beers, especially big hoppy IPAs. And I agree, if you let a really good IPA sit for more than about 4 to 5 months, it's nowhere close to what it is if it's fresh. But we've taken it further, a lot further, with this one. We've brewed this IPA specifically not to last. We've gone to an extensive length to ensure that you get your hands on this extraordinarily fresh beer in a very short window of time. So it's usually about that. It's usually about a 45, 60-day window by the time you can actually get it in your hands. So it is very clear that we want you to enjoy this beer now. So this is 9.4%. IBUs are plus over 100. Your palate can't taste over 80, but I love the marketing side behind that. Last year, I want to kind of say this before I open this up, 2015, there were some of these beers that were just, they weren't quite on. You could tell they were kind of tinkering with some of the ingredients. 2014, they were real consistent, they were real fruity, they were dank, they were tons of mouthfeel, they really hid the alcohol, had these awesome fruity notes to it. I mean, the fresh hop flavor was insane. And in the middle of 2015, they kind of tinkered with some of this, and not so good of a way, in my opinion. And the last one of 2015 was great. The last one I had before this, I don't remember the date, was really good. So I'm really hoping they kind of streamlined what they were doing, because I love this beer. This is without a doubt my favorite Stone beer. It's always typically consistent. It's fresh, it's hoppy, it's got this insanely smooth flavor to it. The aroma is always phenomenal. So there's your lead up. Let's get into it. The glass is pathetic, but that's all I have right now. Okay, so this one is a little bit back to the roots. It's got an awesome, actually toned down aroma from what it usually is, but it's got that real fresh, real fruity, tangerine, orange, lemon, mango, tons of this explosion of hops. And I mean, they don't tell you what the hops are, which here again I think is brilliant. I mean, I could guess there's Citra hops, Mosaic hops, Centennial hops, Simcoe hops. I'm sure I'm missing a ton that I can't think of right now. It's just this insane mixture, and they don't want to tell you what it is, and I love that. But they also don't put a lot of the junk in there that preserves beer, and you can tell by the aroma. So, cheers. This is a good one. This is right back to the roots. This is what I was hoping for. Thank you, Stone. Yes, it's actually more subtle than some of the ones in, you know, the 2 years past that I talked about. It's got a more subtle fruity note to it. It's really, really smooth. It dissipates like that. It's got this I mean, you can't even tell that it's 9.4%, but it's the thing about these beers that quite honestly is dangerous is they're so smooth. Whatever process they do, which they don't want to tell you, and I'm repeating myself, but of ensuring that they kind of blend all those hops, blend all those citrus notes, and hide the alcohol content at 9.4% ABVs is done perfectly in this beer. This one would be a phenomenal one to introduce to people who say, oh, I don't really like IPAs. I kind of like pale ales. I kind of like lagers. And normally I would never, ever bring out a Joy By to those individuals. This one is a phenomenal example of that, to expand someone's palate and let them say there is some really good beer out there, and it is in this bottle right here. As always, it's a 5. It's phenomenal. This is a really good one. It's actually toned down in some respects from some of the ones in the past, but it's awesome. I'd give it a 5 on a rating scale between 1 and 5. I buy it every time I can get it, whether it's in a 12-ounce bottle or a 16-ounce bottle or 22-ounce bottle, excuse me. Doesn't matter. They're awesome. So let us know if you tried this one. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We upload all the time. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, and we appreciate you watching, and we will see you again real soon.